Good afternoon, traders. My name is Stephen Gemma from QuickTrade. Welcome to our technical analysis webinar session. Please send me a message if you can hear me and let me know that you can hear me so that we can start. I'm very sorry about the delay. I had a problem with the system. They had an updated version and they had a couple of things that we needed to have a look at before starting. Sorry about that, guys. I understand your time is valuable. Please send me a message using the chat tool at the bottom if you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, how are you going to deal with that one? But I'm sure, oh, you guys are still in the lobby. Oh my God. Move to the room. Lobby, move to the room. Lobby, move to the room. Good afternoon, guys. I'm sure you can all hear me now. You are in the lobby. I had to move you to the room. Please indicate to me if you can hear me by sending me a message via the chat tool that we have at the bottom. Just send me a message to indicate if you can hear me. Sorry about the delay, guys. I had a problem with the system. I had to work on it, but now we are okay. Nozipo Seme, you can hear me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, who's new to our webinar? Tapiwa, you're not new, I know. Nozipo, I don't know if I've seen you before, Nozipo. I'm not too sure. Mr. Van Rensberg, Louis, have I? Nozipo is new. Have you attended the webinar before, Louis? Silo. Hi, Silo. Louis, are you there? Okay, it seems like Louis is not there at the moment. It seems like Louis is not there. Let me just switch my screens quickly, guys. Okay, just switch my screens. This one for trader. That's sound. Chat. This will be your second time. Yes. Oh, okay, Louis. Thank you so much for coming back to me. Okay. So we only have one new person, guys. Okay. Is there anything specific that you guys are looking at? This morning I received an email from Yandiswa. She was one of the attendees yesterday, and when I was showing her some stuff, well, I mean, everyone, technical analysis or reading the charts, we were using the simple moving average, and we were saying that if the price or the candles below the moving average on the monthly, on the weekly, and on the daily, you're not supposed to go in and buy. And we had a buy this morning, I think, on Old Mutual. That was purely based on a naked chart using support and resistance, and the price had actually hit a support, and the price was busy starting to move higher. I will show you what I'm talking about there in a second. She was talking about the stock. No, not this one. She was talking about this stock here. She was talking about this stock here. This is Old Mutual. Let me remove all the lines here. Let me remove all the lines. Okay. Let me remove all the lines. Okay, I've removed all the lines. First, let's go to our monthly chart and check what's going on there. On the monthly chart, as you can see, we're still trading above the simple moving average. We haven't crossed it below. So anything below, as long as the month is not over yet, doesn't count. We want to see what the market does at the end of the month, not during intra-month. We're not interested in that. We want to see uh, the price crossing below. So what's happening here is that the price hasn't really crossed below. So that is why she was okay. Well, I mean, this is not why she was asking, but I mean, she was saying when she checks on the, I think on the weekly, because I mean the monthly is looking good. The weekly is saying sell and we are below the moving average. But when you go to the monthly we are still above, so we can actually go in and take a long. Let's have a look at the daily. On the daily, we are below the moving average. Today, we are trying to cross above, but I mean, we haven't finished the trading session yet. If at the end of the trading session, we are above the simple moving average, there's a good chance that we could see maybe some uptick here on Old Mutual, maybe moving up towards 44. And moving up towards 44. So she was asking about this, that why are we getting a buy signal on a stock that is trading below its moving average? Our third party actually sent out that trade idea this morning. On the daily, let's just go to the turning points there. I can do this on the weekly also. I can do this on the weekly. I just want to do it on the daily. Okay, that is your these are your two support lines here. I think this is a value zone. This is a buy zone. That buy zone is between 37.50 and 38.50 or 38.33 around here. This is a buy zone when you are looking at the chart without any indicator, including the simple moving average. So I think the guys that our guys, the third party guys that sent out this one, they looked at this area and I think they made a good call. There is a good chance that we're going to close above the simple moving average. If we close above the simple moving average here, I mean, it's a good confirmation that this stock is actually going to move higher, all usual. It's going to move higher. Another thing is that the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame is still saying positive. The monthly time frame is still saying positive because I mean we are still above the simple moving average. So around here is our buy zone. So if you decide to go in and buy Old Mutual based on the same idea that I'm talking about here that came out this morning, I think you are on the right track. The only issue is that last month we had a negative close to the month of May. They were down 6.5. I think the price is likely to battle around 40.39, around 40.39, 41, 40. Well, I mean, let's just call it 40.39 to 41. I mean, the price is likely to, or the buyers are likely to battle there. We are likely to meet some sell orders waiting around 40.39, 41, which could actually end up pushing the price lower, maybe below the moving average at the end of end of June. But otherwise, this is a good trade. It's not a bad trade. But I mean, let's go and have a look at our quarterly chart. Let's see what the quarterly chart is saying and where our support is when we look at the quarterly chart. We are going to remove these lines. Let's remove this line here. Oh, okay. Okay. According to this, we have a turning point. We have a turning point here around 38. Around 38, we have a turning point on the quarterly time frame. This was in October 2017, and we have another one here. We have another turning point here. We have another turning point around 38.50. 38.50. I think this is what prevented our price from moving higher here. And there's another one around 38.46. But I mean, I don't know if I should use this one. Just use it. It's fine. I'm not going to make this one thicker. I'm going to make it thin. So we have our resistance levels, support levels there according to the quarterly chart. Let's do this one. 39.64. Another level that we can mark. We can mark this level also. This level here. Okay. Let's mark this level here, and this one I'm going to mark it around 40.45, but I will leave it. That important on Old Mutual. Okay, I've marked those levels. I know that we have too many horizontal lines, but I think all these lines are important. We hit this 38, the market started going up. Uh, it's good, and it went up here. Yesterday we are up 2.54%, and today we are above 39.64. If we close above 39.64, it's an important level to keep an eye out for. Above 39.64, I think the long trade is going to be validated by that close above 39.64. That line is very important, 39.64. If you close above there, it's a good trade for a long. But I mean, it's possible that when we get to 40.29, when we get to 40.29, there could be some sell orders waiting there. Between 40.29 and 40.45, there could be sell orders waiting there, which could push the price maybe down back to 39.64. But as long as 39.64 caps the price, or holds the price there, there's a good chance that we're going to see the price moving higher towards 41. If we take out 41, we're going up to 41.49. If we take out 49.49, we'll move up to 42.50 and maybe finally to 44. So I don't know, guys, if you have any questions. The main reason why I spoke about this is that I got a query from a client this morning asking me about it. We are buying because of the support area that we have around here. Even if you go to your quarterly chart, you can find that support is clearly highlighted on the quarterly chart. It's there. Okay, guys, does anyone have a question? Do you understand or not? If you don't understand, have some questions, please ask so that I can go back and explain. No, Zippo, I don't expect you to understand right away. You are new. I don't expect you to understand right away. You are new. Okay, guys, amongst you, is there anyone who has a question? Okay, let's look at another trade that I think is likely to do well going forward. Okay, there is Aspen. I don't know if we spoke about Aspen yesterday. That trade is Aspen. I think, let me check. The first thing is our monthly chart. Aspen is trading below the simple moving average. The first break was in December, end of December 2017, and we've been trading below the simple moving average since then. I know that we have some support areas that we can actually use to try and locate our value zones or buy or sell zones. Let's go to our quarterly time frame. Quarterly time frame, we have some support there. This one is too far. I'm not going to market. It's too far. I'm not going to market. There's another line that we can actually put here. Even on the monthly, we're below that simple moving average. Here we are below the simple moving average. But I want to show you something on the daily chart about this one. If you want to be a little bit aggressive as a trader, so every time Aspen gets to 245, 243, buyers come in and buy the stock up. This happened in January 2018 this year, and they pushed the price up towards that area there. That area is between 270 and 280, 282 around there. And again, when the price got here, sellers pushed the price back down to 243. It went down to 243, and from there the price was pushed up again. It went up to 270, just above 270, and we had the price closing below the simple moving average, and they pushed it back down to 243 recently, and we had a nice reversal bearish pin bar there around on the 25th, and the price started moving up again. So I was looking at this one thinking that maybe uh, we could see maybe the price pushing up above these 269 here. If we get push above 269, a chance does exist that we may get this around 280, 282 before sellers maybe come in and push it down again. So this is one of the stocks that I'm looking at, trading above the daily moving average. I don't know about the weekly. Let me just go check how the weekly is trading. We haven't had any. Can we check? Oh, on the weekly, you see, last week we had a close above our weekly moving average. That week we are down 2.38%, and week to date we are up 2.71. So that's what I'm looking at on Aspen. I think that there's still a little bit of an uptick on this one. But I mean, if you want to make good money, you must always try and wait for 240. Check what it does when it gets to 240. If you get a nice bounce of 240 or around 243, you can actually go in looking for 270 or 270, 275. because I mean that's been the range over the past couple of weeks or since the beginning of the year. It's been trading between 240 and 275, 280 in that range. Okay, guys. Who has a question? Does anyone have a question? Is there any particular stock that is worrying you, or any particular currency pair that is bugging you that you do not know how to analyze? If you have one, please forward it to me so that we can have a look at it. Or even if you have just a question, you can just go ahead and ask a question. Tapiwa, John, Silo, Precious, Nozipo. No questions, guys. Okay, let me see. Precious joined quite late. I'm lost, so no questions from you. Okay, hi Sinclair. We have okay, we can have a look at that. Okay, Precious, it's fine. I understand what you mean. Okay, let's have a look at okay, PIK. Let's have a look at the monthly time frame first. Monthly time frame. Okay, we broke above here. End of November, and since then the price has been rising. Since then the price has been rising. Let's check 3 months. Want to see what we can get from our 3 months there. Let's try and get our support there at appeal. Okay, that's our quarterly support around 72 bucks. This is actually looking very good, eh? I like it. It looks like it's going to move higher. Okay. Whew, this one looks difficult, eh? Left shoulder, head, left shoulder, right shoulder, going back, going up. This one looks very difficult, guys, huh? It looks very, very difficult. According to the quarterly time frame, this is our buy zone, or this is our value zone on Pick and Pay. That value zone is 71, 70 bucks, around 71, 70 bucks. I think if the price comes down to these levels, you can actually go in and take a long on Pick and Pay. But there's a lot of volatility on Pick and Pay. That's one thing that I don't like about Pick and Pay. Let's try and mark that turning point on the monthly chart. This turning point is very important. I'll make this one black because I'm getting it from the monthly. I'll make it black. Pick and Pay looks like it has broken out, but I mean we haven't gotten any follow through yet. The price broke out, came down the following month, and in June we pushed up towards that resistance at 78.34. 78.34. Sellers came in, pushed the price lower. So currently the price is around 74.89. I don't know what's going to happen next. It looks like uh, sellers are a little bit stronger here. We could have maybe sellers coming back and pushing the stock lower down to 71, 72. Please hold for me. But that I had a working client that I had to direct to someone else. Okay, around there, I think maybe we could see the price maybe being pushed down maybe towards 71.66, 71, 70 bucks around here. I think we have a strong buy zone on Pick and Pay. I don't think that Pick and Pay is going to be beaten down like all the other retailers. It's been very resilient. Okay, we're there, we're below the moving average. I think we could come down to 71, 66, 71, 71, 66 there to 70 bucks Tapua. In my view, this is a buy zone. This area is a buy zone. Around 71, 71, 66, it's a buy zone. I think buyers are going to start showing up around that area and push the price up maybe back to that 78 bucks. If we break above 78 bucks, I think we can go and try that 84. But I mean, it has been going up. Let me show you what it's done. It has been going up very nicely if you can read this formation here. See, it went up. Don't know which one to use here. Came down. I'll ignore this one. Went up. Came down. Came down. Went up. Came down. Well, I mean, it's busy coming down. I think we may come down here before we see our price doing this, going back up. I think that's what is happening here, guys. This is what I expect to see on Pick and Pay Tapua. Okay, this is what I think is happening now. After this, around that area that we mentioned there, 71, 70 bucks, buyers are going to come in and push the price higher. So is there anything else, Tapiwa, that you'd like me to have a look at, or is there any other question that you still have on Shoprite? I think Shoprite has been very resilient. It's a good stock, although we still have this overhead resistance around. Let me show you around this area here. Okay. We still have that overhead resistance around 83.84. Around 83.84, that's where I expect maybe the price of Pick and Pay to maybe start coming down because of a double top formation. At the moment, I don't think that we have reached that area yet. So I think this is just a minor pullback or minor correction or retracement. From here, we're going to see the price going back up to 283. Sorry, to 83. From 83, I think buyers are going to sellers are going to come in, push the price towards this 70 bucks and perhaps lower. I don't know. They may actually push it down even maybe to like anywhere between 60 and 55. It's possible. But I mean, we first need to go up to that 83, 84 area before we can expect to see that sell off. I think yeah, that has some negative impact also, but it's not really that important if you are good at reading your charts and reading price action. I think you shouldn't really worry about what the the market is thinking. Okay, another thing that maybe is worth looking at is your US 500. From the US 500, we'll have a look at the South African rand or at the rand against the US dollar. We'll have a look at that one. Okay, I'm waiting for the US 500. You're welcome, Tapio. US 500 is taking forever to come up, guys. Oh, okay, it's fine. Now it's up. US 500 is the S&P. We said the S&P is on a rise. You can see here we have a nice rising trend line. We can actually start drawing that trend line from this bottom here, moving up. That's our nice rising trend line on the S&P. There's our nice rising trend line on the S&P, and yeah, it's been rising. But I mean, right now we are at 2,790. It has been struggling with that 2,790 for the past couple of hours since they are close last night. So it looks like it's going to be going between 2,780 and 2,790. Any break above 2,790, I think, is likely to take us above 2,800. From 2,800, I'm looking at this price maybe going back up to 2,880, 2,870 bucks. Even if the guys do increase the interest rates in the States, I still see the stock market moving higher. I'm not seeing any cracks. So even our stocks do come off a bit. I think they're just giving us some good entry points in the market where we can actually go in and buy these stocks at lower levels or at cheaper levels. So I'm not really worried. The US market is still looking very strong. I expect maybe to see a little bit of weakness in this market when the US market gets to this point here. when the US market gets to this point here, this point there at the top, 2,870, 2,880. That's where I expect to see some market weakness. I don't know how long it's going to take for the market to get there, because I mean we are 100 points away. Well, I mean 90, 80 points. We are 90, 80 points away from that area there, if I'm not mistaken. I think about 80. I think about 80 points. About 80 or 90 points. I don't know. Once we get here, I think we can expect to see a correction in this market. The area I'm looking at is 2,870, 2,880. Within that zone, I expect to see maybe the market coming down because maybe of a double top formation. This double top formation, I think, is going to be very important. But around that area, you can expect to see some massive volatility in this market. You can expect to see maybe a lot of aggressiveness from the market participants. So for now, I'm still happy. As long as we still have that zone ahead of us, I'm happy. I think the price is likely to move up still. Okay, let me see. No, Zipo, we are new. Let me quickly go back and show you how we do analysis when you're analyzing stocks. I don't want you to look at support, resistance, trend lines. For now, I just want you to understand this part. The stock I'm going to use Braid. I think Braid is the easiest when showing someone how to analyze. These things that we have here, they are called candles. Nozipo, they are called candles. When the price is above, okay, this is this line here, this red line that we have here. Let me try and make it maybe thicker. I'll make it a dotted line. Okay, I'll make it thicker. This thick red line is called the simple moving average. How do we get it? You right click on your window there, you go to indicators, you say add indicator, you go to moving averages, you go to SMA, simple moving average, go OK, and the default period is 1, you change that to 10. You can use these arrows here if you like. Go OK. Now you have two moving averages. Why we have two is because I've just added another one, and they are both of the same value. So there's a difference between the two. So one overlays the other, so you will never see the second one. And that's the reason. So when the price is above this thick red line, the 10 simple moving average, I do not change this. I just use the 10 simple moving average everywhere. When it's above the simple moving average, the price, it means that that market is rising. The moment you go below the simple moving average, it means that market is starting to decline or is likely to decline. Like here in June 2016, we had a cross below the simple moving average and the price started declining. How do you read these bars? If you put your cursor on this one, the percentage change is here. I will show you. The percentage change is here. This is the percentage change. The percentage change there is 12%. It's 11.99%. It's negative. And another thing that you need to look at, this close. The close, read what the close is. The close was 139.95. If you check your top left corner here, just below BAT, where it says SMA in brackets 10, that is the value that you need to focus on. You must compare this value, the SMA value, together with your close. You must get the difference between the two. If the SMA or the simple moving average, the value there is bigger than the close, it means that the market closed below on the monthly time frame, and it means that market is likely to go down even more over the next maybe couple of months or couple of weeks. Like here, The close in end of June 2016 was 139.95, and the simple moving average was sitting at 156.71. So the simple moving average was higher than the close. After that, the price started declining, or the market started declining. Let's check here. This was in March, end of March. No, man, was this March? Yeah. This was end of March 2014. The price closed above the simple moving average. The simple moving average was at 46.96, and the close on the price was, or the candle was 53.21, and the market started rising. It went up, went up, went up, went up. We are supposed to buy this market and not sell it until we got here, and the price started doing what? Declining. Let's give you current examples of stocks that we are looking at using the same example that I've just given you now. Let's remove this one. Okay, I want us to look at what's happening currently. Okay, let's first start by looking a couple of months back. End of November 2017, the price here, it closed above the simple moving average. The change there was 13%. The close on the buy itself was 157.78, and the simple moving average was sitting at 145.11. So the simple moving average was lower, and the price at the end of the month was higher than the simple moving average, and the market went up 15% the following month. There was December, flat in January, up in until the end of Feb, up 9.67%. It hit the top here. The reason why the market came down here, we hit that overhead resistance, and the rand at the time wasn't really looking very good. So we had most banking stocks or financial stocks reversing at their high levels. So we had a reversal on BGA. March we went down, April we went down, May we went down. But I mean, one significant thing about May is that we closed below the simple moving average. Check your top left corner. You see the moving average is sitting at 168.02, and your close is on the bar here is 161.68. So we closed below the simple moving average. So that is bearish, that is negative. You must look to come in and take some shots in a market that is closing below the moving average. And the market, well, I mean, to date is down 0.61%. To date, this market is down 0.61%. It tried to go up. The high is 170.83, and the moving average is what is at 169.34. The market went up there, and there were sell orders. There were sell orders waiting around 171, 170 level there, and they pushed the price down to our current close, which is 161.76. So you cannot take long trades on this one. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised. So surprised to see the price maybe coming down to 140 from 160. 161 coming down to 160. That's what I think is likely to happen here on Barclays. I would look maybe to go in and take some longs on Barclays around 139. 139, 130, around there. 139, 130. That's where I would really like to go in and start maybe taking some buys on Barclays Africa. So at the moment, I don't think that Barclays is a buy. Barclays is not a buy at the moment in my view. I think Barclays is a sell. Every time when you see the daily time frame going below the moving average, like it did here on the 15th of May, you can always go in and short Barclays. At the moment, Barclays is trading below its moving average. It's not really doing much. But I mean, the rand is not helping because I mean, the rand has weakened to some crazy levels. We spoke about these levels a couple of weeks ago. We said when the rand, I think, was still trading around 1280, we said we were expecting the rand to weaken against the US dollar to 1340 levels. I think that was like 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. We said we're expecting the rand to weaken towards 1340. And today, I think we've seen some massive weakness on the rand. Or over the past couple of days, we've seen some massive weakness on the rand. Actually, the high today, or the high or the low, I don't know what to call it. It's 1339. Let's just call it 1339 on the rand. It's 1339, so we were short just 1 cent. It came very close to our target of 1340, and we still expect to see maybe some further weakness on the rand. And when that happens, uh, sorry, if that continues to happen, we're going to see more weakness on our retailers and our financial stocks. We're going to see more weakness there. So I do not really like the picture that I'm seeing on financials and retailers at the moment. So I'm not a fan of those. That is why I think that BGA is likely to come down to 140 and lower. Okay, guys. Any questions? Is there anything that you don't understand? No, Zipo, did you understand? If you did not understand, where do you think the issue is? What's preventing you to, well, from understanding what I am trying to explain here? Please help me there, no, Zipo. John, are you happy with what you've explained so far? Can you do this one if I give you a stock to analyze, starting from the monthly, maybe weekly, down to the daily? Can I give you a stock to analyze or a currency pair or anything? No, Zipo, can I do the same for you? Baby steps for you still. John, okay, no, that's fine, John Lewis, that's okay. John Louis, that's perfect. Nazipo, yes, I did, but it will take a bit of time. I need to go through this over and over again. However, I'm picking up that I need to know what these candlesticks means as well as the red line. Yes, please do. Okay, it's fine. Can we think? What stock should I give you? I mustn't give you something very difficult. Okay. Let me give you this one. Let me give you this one. Okay, Nozipo, this is the stock that I have for you. Maybe you can have a look at it for me. This is May, end of May. We close below the simple moving average. We are down 15.49%, and month to date, we are down 4.78%. What do you think we should do here on CML, Coronation Fund Manager, Coronation Fund Asset Managers, or whatever? I don't know what their name is. No, Zipo, you said yes, please do. I don't understand what that means. Were you saying that I must give you an example of a stock that maybe we should look at, or you were saying that maybe I should go back and try and explain what these bars mean? What were you referring to there? Okay, I've just given you the example to look at. This is a CML, the Coronation Fund Managers. I've just given you that one. I need you to have a look at it and tell me what you think is happening there. We closed below the moving average last month, and month to date we are down over 5%. We are down over 5%. We gave this out as a short a few a few days ago, and we are expecting the price to finally get down to 53. We're expecting the price to finally get down to 53. The weekly is looking negative. Sorry, the monthly is looking negative. Let's have a look at the weekly. The weekly also, we are trading below the simple moving average there, which means that this market is likely to go down. It's likely to go down, and we closed below the support last week. And your daily chart, let's check it. Let's look at the daily time frame. Daily time frame, we are still below the moving average there. It looks like it's trying to put out a base there, but I beg to differ. I think this price is likely to move lower once again. We'll check what happens to it over the next couple of weeks. But in my view, I think this price is still going to move lower as long as we do not close above 62. I think we're still going to see CML moving lower, maybe coming down to 57.50 first. After that, 54.95, 55. From there, 50 bucks and 47.60. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at on CML. I think CML is still a very good shot, more especially when it goes up just above 60 or very close to 60. You can go in and take advantage of that and go short CML. Okay, guys, if you don't have any more questions, let us end our session here. My apologies once again for the minor hiccup that we had at the beginning of our session. Technology was a little bit of an issue here on my side with the latest update on our webinar tool that we use here. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great afternoon. Let's meet again tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome to email them to me. My email address is sihle@quicktrade.co.za. It's SIHLE at quicktrade.co.za. Guys, thank you very much. Let's meet again tomorrow. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Welcome.